afternoon. Welcome. It's me, Sally Chibuzie, the owner and founder of Unshakable, the brand. And I'd like to welcome you back to another episode of Chronicles of Unshakable Truths. And I have with me today a guest. I have Obi with me, and I will tell you a little bit about how this has come to be. So Obi is visiting, and so we just thought my mom is actually cooking lunch. I believe we're having coconut rice today and chicken. I just thought we'd have a conversation. So I'll tell you a bit about how Obi and I got to know each other. So we met in 2012. When we had a consulting gig together, we had the same client, and we hit it off pretty much straight away. We went to lunches and we did a good few nights, some boozy evenings together, and we did a lot of coffees as well. And we've done cinema, we've done theatre, we've done dinners, and we've done some travelling together actually, which has been very nice. But I'll tell you my favorite memory before I then hand over to Obi, because I realize that I'm talking way too much and I can't help it. I don't know why. I think it's too much coffee, maybe. My favorite memory with Obi is when Silent Symphonies was published. It was around the same time as 50 Shades of Grey was out in the cinema, and everyone was raving on about it. So we decided, yes, we all went. We had a girly evening on Valentine's Day. Can you remember?
It was Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, and all of us who went didn't have any Valentines, sadly.
Had a Galentine.
So we decided to spend our Valentines together, and we went there. And we got back from the movies, because then my kids were a lot younger. My mom was babysitting that night. And my mom was there bawling her eyes out. And we're like, what's going on? Mom, what happened? And she's like, the character in the book had just died. So she was so upset. We had a really good chuckle about, and I don't know why I was laughing, because I'm exactly like that. Yeah. So anyway, today Obi and I are having coffee, and Obi's having tea.
We are.
I shall hand over to Obi for a minute so she can say something, anything you like by way of an introduction.
Oh, thank you, Sally. Thank you. First, it's lovely to be here on this podcast, Unshakable Podcast.
Yes.
You know, I'm wearing the branded Unshakable wear, so make sure you put on the website so people can go and shop.
It's on the screen now.
And also, Sally, I've come to your house and I'm drinking tea. Like, where's the champagne? You should know better. Like, seriously.
I know.
What happened? I thought you knew me.
This is such a downgrade. I feel so embarrassed.
I thought you knew me.
Honestly.
Like, where is the champagne? We're drinking tea.
What? Actually, do you know what? I think that we should swap to champagne.
We'll swap.
We should swap
definitely
to
after
champagne.
this, we should swap and have. But it's lovely to be here, Sally.
Thank you. And it's lovely to have you here.
Yeah, and it's just been great to be here since the inception of the brand Unshakable.
Yes,
I remember when it started on Facebook, no less, and then suddenly you started getting. It was at work actually, because even some people at work joined the movement. It was like a movement. And you started getting followers, and people started coming and just saying what different Unshakable means to them. And I just remember being at the beginning of it. And even back then, we knew this was going to be something special. And just the way people responded to it. And I'm just so happy to have been here for the journey.
You have been here throughout.
There's a long way to go, but there's going to be even higher heights reached with Unshakable, the brand. And with you, Sally.
From your lips to God's ears. From your lips to God's ears. You've just referred to it as a movement, which I absolutely love. Could you talk more about why you think it might be a movement? And
because to me, Unshakable means different things to different people. And that's why it's a movement, because it represents freedom. That's what I feel. You know, you come, it's Unshakable, you can do what you want to do, when you want to do. Like, just, it's like, you know the Nigerians say, shaking, it's almost like that, but it's Unshakable. So it allows women especially, I mean, I know the movement is open to everyone, male and female, and all genders. But I think it just allows women to just be who they want to be. And to me, it's just always represented freedom. Freedom to do what you want to be.
I love it.
As a woman, without blame, because sometimes women get blamed for everything. All sorts of things that happens in this world, it ends up on women. So to me, Unshakable just represents just being, allow you to be who you want to be and when you want to be. I mean, for me personally, Oops, I didn't mean to slam on my microphone. Sorry, people. For me, unshakable is just being able to do what I want to do, irrespective of whether it's good or bad or moral or you know, perceptions not agreed by society or just being allowed to do what I want to do and without consequence. Obviously, we're not talking about like illegal stuff and what have you, but just
I should hope not.
You know, but just being able to.
Just sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Just kidding. And that freedom to just be able to just like, you know what, this is what I want to do. I want to wake up, and whether I want to travel or if I want to be with friends or if I want to go work, like just having that freedom to do what I want to do and
to choose.
To be able to choose, I mean, I know sometimes when there's a lot of the problem of having too many choices is you then have to make a decision, but it's still important to have choices. It's good to be able to have choices, and I feel it's a movement that's going places. I'm happy to be part of it.
Oh,
and and always advertising the brands. And I'm just looking forward to where we go from here with this brand. I think this is just the beginning. Obviously, it started with Sally, you know, an author as well. So that's an unshakable truth right there. Being an author is not easy, but you did write a book.
I did. Silent Symphonies.
Congrats to you. But I think for me, I'm at the stage in my life now where I'm just happy to just be like, make the choices I want to make. And just living my truth.
Yes. So, Obi loves to travel. At some point she was blogging about it as well, vlogging about it.
Travel vlogging.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess that's part of the. That's your thing that you love the most. I think.
Absolutely.
Getting on a plane and going somewhere.
Honestly.
So, is that kind of linked into? Does that give you a feeling of freedom? When you go to all these places, you have visited quite a few, and if so, maybe talk a little bit more about that, or honestly, where's been your favorite place so far?
I work to travel. Like, to me, earning money is about traveling, so I can spend it on travel, and it's part of my freedom. The world is vast, the world is global. I know we're becoming more globalized where it's even more connected, but it's still important to go someplace, see someplace, see a different culture, myself. See how people are living. And when you go to a place, one thing that's happened with travel and tourism is like we have these huge all-inclusive resorts that have crept up and are being built in all these regions. But when you go to a place, it's also nice to actually go and see how people live, and not just be in the hotel the whole time. So that's what I enjoy doing, is going to a place. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my luxury travel, but like whilst I'm there, actually going into the local, city or the country, the town, and just seeing how people are living. Because it just gives you a different perspective. It gives you, and when you come back, you
learn something new.
You learn so much, and when you come back, it just infuses you with gratitude of like what you have, when you see how other people are living, and then also can inspire you to do more when you see how other people are living.
Yeah, of course.
So to me, travel is an escape.
Yeah.
And I can't stay long without going someplace, like traveling to a place.
Where has been your favorite place?
Oh gosh, that's actually a really great question, because I think anyone who travels will tell you, like, there's reasons you like different countries.
Okay, tell us.
Like, for me, if you just want to relax and do absolutely nothing, in fact, you don't even need to pack shoes or clothes. Well, you need clothes, but you don't need to pack shoes.
Also, you can travel naked.
Exactly. But if you want somewhere that's just pure relaxation, you can't beat the Maldives for that.
Okay. Like, I've never been. I'd love to.
You'll go. I'll show
shall
you.
We shall plan. Yes, we should plan something.
Yeah, and so pure relaxation, I give it to the Maldives. In terms of Europe, I travel a lot to Europe, and one of my favorite cities in Europe because of the art scene, the party scene, the museum scene. I love visiting museums. Is Berlin.
Okay.
In Germany, yeah, to me, it's one of my favorite cities.
Oh gosh, do you know what?
In Europe.
I've entered into the Berlin Marathon for 2025.
Ooh,
Actually, I don't know if
have
I
you?
get. I don't know if I don't know. Well, yeah, I'm waiting. It's a
That's
ballot
amazing.
system, so we find out next month. Well, are we? Oh, we're in November. We'll find out later on this month.
That's amazing.
So this is an opportunity for
Yeah.
you to tag along.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna be there. And I
It's
just have
next year
so
in
much respect
September.
for like runners, because like running is something I cannot do. It's like I tried running during the
love running.
pandemic or the epidemic that we had. I tried running, and after a couple of days, it's like, no, I can't do this. Just put me in the gym. I'm more of a gym person. I'll go to the gym and do what I need to do there, but not running. So yeah, in terms of cities, Berlin. For foods, Italy. Italy to me has the best
I actually
foods.
don't like pasta or spaghetti.
You don't like pasta?
No. Or noodles.
And you know the thing is, when you're in Italy, it can get a bit repetitive because that's pretty much
Yes,
all it is.
that's why I just said this. I think I went to Italy, but I went to a couple of wine vineyards.
Yeah.
That's what I did. That's what I remember about Italy.
Yeah, so you like wine.
Yeah. Well, a little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't beat Italy for the food.
Yeah.
And then in terms of just stunning vistas, stunning scenery, Switzerland is amazing for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. Whereabouts? I've been to
The
Zurich.
Swiss Alps, Interlaken, a lot of the little mountain villages, Wengen, Graubünden. There's a few places that are really nice up in the mountains. But it's just absolutely stunning. I lived in Switzerland for a couple of years.
I remember.
Yeah, you never came to visit. What happened?
I don't know. Life.
I had like
life
a rotation
happens.
of people coming to visit. And we would either go skiing or we'd go hiking. And that was the two main things to do in Switzerland. But yeah, travel to me just represents an escape. To sort of
escape from the world.
Yes.
So I think it's very important. Everyone needs that something. I don't know what my something is. It might be running, but that's not as glamorous as traveling. Yeah. So I run, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy. Let me go for a run to celebrate. And then, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sad. Let me run because, I'm feeling a bit depressed. And I find any reason. It's like, oh my God, it stopped running or it stopped raining. So good. It's good time to go for a run. So everything always goes. So I think that's my escape.
Yeah, it sounds safe. That's the first thing that comes to mind. It's like when you want to celebrate or you want to commiserate or something.
We hope it's the first thing that comes to mind. Sometimes it's the other way, so we might want to have a drink instead. But we're very happy when we choose running as the escape. But yeah, I love. So we've talked about the fact that Unshakable is a movement. So we're starting something here, or we started something ages ago. So it's people with not necessarily similar ways of thinking, more like honoring individual ways of thinking, right? So we're all very, very different in some ways.
It's acceptance, isn't it? Of just how people want to be. It's a movement that's been gathering a lot of momentum. With your book, and then with the following and how it's grown on the social media platforms, it's just acceptance where people can just be who they want to be. Yeah. So without being judged, no judgment. Yeah. So
all welcome, everyone. However it is you are, nobody. We don't really care as long as it's not illegal. Whatever makes you happy. This is the best place to experience freedom. Yeah. So I guess my question to now the viewers is, what's your own escape? So as an unshakable person, what is it that you like to do when you're feeling under pressure or when you just want a little bit of a breather? What is your escape? So yeah, I'll leave you with that thought. Thank you for joining. Thank you for staying with us. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already done so. It's me, Sally Chibuzie, owner and founder of Unshakable, the brand. I will leave you with the motto: Unshakable is a state of mind. Take your state of mind with you everywhere you go. Be unshakable. Be in truth with yourself. Love yourself. Thank you. Until next time. See you later. Bye.
I think I forgot to press record.
What?
Oh, that was a good one.